Good morning, おはようございます。Yeah, thank you very much for coming to the service. Welcome to Koloa Mission. And did you see this water lily?
Yes.
This is a night blooming water lily. And from last night, 7 o'clock, it started bloom and keeping, then around 1 o'clock, going close, and it repeats 4 times, open and close, 4 days. So you can see the flower 4 times. And this is actually very hard working because open for a long time. And usually water lily start to bloom like in the morning, like 7 o'clock. And then when it gets darker, like 4 o'clock in the evening, it closes. So that's a usual water lily, but this night blooming water lily, long time, about 14 to 16 hours, it shows the flower. This is incredible water lily. And interestingly, this was outside, and I grow it in a bigger bucket. And when I brought it here, actually the flower gets smaller. And this is, you see, a new bucket. And if I keep it in a small bucket, it opens a smaller flower. So interestingly, water lily, if you grow in a bigger pond, then it opens a bigger flower. Then it, grow in a smaller bucket, it opens very smaller flower. And this is very interesting because the bucket was kind of deep, and then this is the first flower was actually really big. The stem was longer. But when I brought it here inside, because it becomes smaller, the stem is not longer and the flower became much, much smaller. And then I see much smaller bud. So this means that water lily can grow depending on the environment. This is just like our human being, our school system. The children go to preschool first, and preschool is about 20 to 40 students, right? Then next step, as a next step, go to the elementary school, like 100, 200 people. Then go to middle school, bigger, and high school, much bigger. So Kauai, there are many elementary schools depending on area, Koloa, Kalaheo, but middle school, less schools, and high school, only 3 schools. So that means much more students. Then college, much more students, and after college, then society. This is a big environment. So if we put ourselves in a bigger environment, then we can be bigger. We can be bigger. So this water lily, if deeper water, I want to see sunlight. I want to see sunlight and then struggle, make effort. Oh, okay, I grow. I have to grow, otherwise I cannot see sunlight. I may be drowned. So make enormous effort to see the sunlight. That's why the water is bigger. But if the water is very shallow, the flower, this don't need to make effort. Oh, I can see sunlight already. I can, easily show flower. That's easier. So this is the water lily, very interesting. So from the nature, and why I knew this one is I spent a lot of time for the observation. Oh, how it grows, Every day I enjoy watching how it grows the flower. Then I see, if shallow water, then smaller flower. Then deeper water, then bigger flower. It's really, really amazing. So in like manner, this indicates that human beings, if we can put ourselves in a bigger environment, then we can possibly grow and spiritually, and even a Buddhist. But if we stick to a smaller group, then the growth will start. But if we can put in more bigger environment, then we can grow. But there is actually another understanding that in order to grow bigger, there need lots of efforts and struggles. So just like deeper water, the long stem, I think water lily must have had struggles, kind of suffering. Then show the bigger, flower. So we have actually two choices. One, and also the smaller flower itself is actually very beautiful. So we can satisfy with this smaller flower too. So is this, are we going to satisfy what we have? Or are we going to look for the bigger growth? This is the choice that we human beings have. And Buddhism actually teaches us the latter, that to satisfy, less the desire and to know the satisfaction. That is the way to happy. And if you have ability, if you have the possibilities, development, then you can see. But we human beings are so limited what we can do. Eventually, we have to realize that we cannot seek for the development. We cannot seek for the improvement. Eventually, we need to know the satisfaction. So that's the Buddhist teaching, the very core teaching of Buddhism. So I always tell children, while you are still children, you have to be greedy. You want to know more about wisdom. That the children should grow. And also, you can do competition. Without competition, it's actually hard to grow. So Buddhism teaches us step by step. In the very first step, you have something to do, like read, to know the word, to know get the knowledge. That's the very first step. And as we grow and we get older, then we have another stage that we have to know satisfaction. That is one essence of Buddhism. And today is we have Nirvana Day service, and this is a very typical Japanese picture of Nirvana, Nehan, of the Parinirvana is a passing of Shakyamuni Buddha. And there are some patterns that I can tell the characteristic. One, you see the full moon. So this indicates that when Shakyamuni Buddha passed away, it was full moon. And also, Wesak Day in Southern Buddhists, they celebrate Wesak Day, that is birth and enlightenment and passing. Same day, it was a full moon. So the full moon is one of the characteristics of the picture of Nirvana. And also, we have 4 trees surrounded. That is, in Japanese, we call Sara Soju. Sara Soju. And one is actually brown, and the other one is green. And it indicates that this becomes dry because Buddha is passing. And this expresses that the people's sadness, people's grief, deep grief that Buddha passed away. And on the other hand, the green side of Saraswati indicates that also Buddha passed away, that the teaching will never die, will grow and grow. So this is eternity and impermanence is expressed. And also, this is the lady from the crowd. And this lady is Queen Maya. That is Shakyamuni Buddha's mother, real mother. And Queen Maya passed away after she gave birth, 7 days after she passed away. So this picture later on Buddhists created, and this is very common in Japan. And described, included Queen Maya, and she wanted to meet her son, and she wanted to Buddha to live longer. And this is the red bag is actually medicine. So Shakyamuni Buddha was suffering from the diarrhea that one of the followers offered. Then he passed away, but Queen Maya from the heaven came to save her. And interestingly, here, who is a mother of Jesus Christ? Maria, and Maya, Maria, very similar. And this is of course happening. But nowadays, Queen Maya, with long time we think Maya is a name. But nowadays, there is an opinion that Maya came from the word mother. Mother is the origin of the mother. And Maya is one of the opinions that Maya is one of the slang of mother. So that one, Maya, Queen Maya, is actually came from mother. So mother indicates that Shakyamuni Buddha's mother. So that is nowadays a very common opinion that Maya and mother of the spelling. Maya, mother means mother. Because she passed away so young, and after 7 days she already passed away. So not we don't know many things. We only know many things, and probably people call mother, and then become Maya. And this indicates that not only human being, but also animals get together to express the grief of passing of Shakyamuni Buddha. But Buddha's disciples, like Shariputra, all the famous disciples, they are not sad because they know that nothing is permanent. Nothing is permanent. So the people, some grieve and not grieve, and animals look sad. There are many varieties that show the passing of life. And today I want to talk about praise of Buddha, to commend Buddha, and how great the Buddha. That is our one of the practices. So in order to praise Buddha with prostration, we call Buddha name, we offer food, incense, flower. So there are many kinds of praising. And also in Christianity, they praise God. How glorious the God land, and how glory that almighty that God is. So in all religion, we tend to praise how great the God is, how great the Buddha is. And why are we praising the Buddha? Why are we praising the God? And I understand it in this way. In order to answer why, one of the ways to think about the answer is we change the question, why to what? So in order to understand why we praise Buddha, then we can change the question, what is praising the Buddha? What is praising the Buddha? So if I change the question, then I can see another perspective to see what it is. And I understand to praise the Buddha is to put the Buddha in the higher place. To put in the Buddha to lift up much, much higher place to the Buddha. And then me over here. And by putting up, lifting up Buddha the highest place, then the distance of me and Buddha become bigger. And what it means that this is by putting up Buddha very high place that we can be lower. We can be much, much, much lower, lowest place. And why we need to become lower is because we are so imperfect. We cannot do anything. Although we are right, although I'm doing right thing, but if the natural disaster happens, no time my life is gone, even though I'm doing good. If natural disaster happens, in no time my life is taken away. So by putting up Buddha in higher place, the distance becomes greater and we can realize that I am the lowest person. I'm the lowest person. And by realizing lowest person, then we can appreciate any other blessing. That all living today is just wonderful, amazing. And oh, I can take a breath. What is wonderful thing? By putting myself the lowest place, then we can realize that many other blessings. That is, I think, the meaning of lifting up the so high place. And actually, in 2011, March 11, 2011, March 11, actually, in Japan, the big earthquake happened. And so many people passed away in no time. And then disaster happened without any notice. So suddenly, and so suddenly passed away. That's the life. They may be good, they do good things, there are many good people, but it doesn't matter. Natural disaster can take our life anytime. So we need to realize we always need to be modest that what a great thing that we are living. And if we think, oh, I can do many things, and oh yeah, tomorrow I will live, then in case something happens, it's hard to cooperate. But by realizing that we are the lowest, so just like realization of suffering. The Buddha says that life is suffering. Life is suffering. This is a very core teaching of Buddhism. Life is suffering. Why life is suffering? If we think life is suffering, then whatever good thing happens, then that is the miracle, the great thing. This is the only way to get rid of suffering. So this is just like -1 times -1 turn out to be +1. So suffering is a minus, very negative element. But how we can get to rid of negative thing? Do we need to plus? No, become But realizing that, oh, okay, life is suffering, and this is a life. And by admitting negative things, then we can turn out to be plus. So I always explain this. This is a height, as you see. This is a universal height. Then, by making myself lower, this can be higher. No, this is a universal height. But by making myself down, oh, this can be huge, become bigger. So this is the attitude that life is suffering. So thank you very much. I talked too much. Yes, thank you very much. Page 12. Okay. English. I aspire for my body to be as pure as an incense burner. I aspire for my mind to be like the light of wisdom. With every thought, I burn this incense of discipline and meditation to dedicate myself to the past, present, and future goodness of the ten directions. English. I wholeheartedly take refuge in the Buddhas who eternally dwell in the lands of the ten directions. I wholeheartedly take refuge in the Dharma, the teachings which eternally exist in the lands of the ten directions. I wholeheartedly take refuge in the Sangha, the community which eternally exists in the lands of the ten directions.
We reverently call upon Abita Buddha, the warm honored one, to enter this sacred place. We reverently call upon Shakyamuni Tathagata, the enlightened one, to enter this sacred place. We reverently call upon the Tathagatas of the 10 directions to enter this sacred place. The harmful actions I have done in the past are all derived from my inherent greed, anger, and delusion. All of my conduct, words, and thoughts, I now repent them all. 10年。ナムアミナブナムアミナブナムアミナブナムアミナナムアミナブナムアミナブナムアミナブアミナナムアミナブスナムアミナブprofound and wondrous Dharma, even after 100,000 million eons, is difficult to encounter. We now hear, receive, and uphold it. May we understand the true message of the Tathagata. 姿勢で、ワゴン朝鮮安。 Buddha's original vows as an essential gate to the ultimate bliss. May this merit be transferred equally to endeavors to immediately attain birth with a pure mind. 10年。ナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムアミナナムアミナムスナムアミナムPage 24, 生薬門。おみょうけんじょうじぽせがいねんぶしゅじょせしゅふしゃInfinite light of Amida Buddha illuminates the 10 directions of the world, and all who call upon his name shall be received and never abandoned. Amina, Amina, Page 62, 62, 別例項 I regard the king of the great compassionate vows, Amida Buddha, the dispatcher and founder of the teachings, Shakyamuni Buddha, all the Buddhas, as many as the sons of the Ganges in the 6 directions, Kannon, Seishi, all the great bodhisattvas, the world assembly of ultimate bliss, the beings of the pure and great ocean, and the 3 treasures and the great compassion. May there be harmony below the heavens with the sun and the moon shining brightly. May the wind and rain be timely and disasters and calamity not arise. May nations be bountiful, people safe, and armies and weapons not be used. Let us revere birth and humility and cultivate respect and humility. Our High Patriarch Omyo, the Great Master Shandao, our founder, the Great Master Enko, Tozen, Ejo, Okaku, Jikyo, Meisho, Bajun, Onidaishi, Onensho, the Second Patriarch, National Teacher, Daisho, Shoju, Shoko, Shoyu, the Third Patriarch, the Recording and Meditation Master, Kishu, Ryochu, Shoyu, the light of transmitting the pure land of the three countries, and all the great patriarchs by realizing the compassionate blessing. The founding master of our temple, Reverend Jitsujo Muroyama, Reverend Gentetsu Harada, Reverend Tatsuyu Yoshida, Reverend Genjo Ito, Reverend Shozan Gato, Reverend Ryugai Yamaguchi, Reverend Shuzui Hino, Reverend Yoshun Hayashi, Reverend Genjo Urakami, the restorer, and all the priests who serve this temple with a prudent practice will achieve perfect enlightenment. My prayers to my teachers and ministers, to my father and mother, to all the temple members, donors, and all living beings with whom I have karmic connections. May all those who are living experience joy, prosperity, and longevity without limit. May those who have died escape from suffering and transcend to be born into the pure land. We pray for the peace and stability of our temple and for complete affinity with the past. May we be completely free of hindrances and cultivate our practice of the Buddhist path. Since the founding of this temple, to all the members, daily and monthly memorial tablets, the recent treatises, those in the intermediate stage of existence, and to all spirits, may we cultivate virtues so that they may be enlightened. We now hear on with the virtues accumulated from this place of practice to transfer our merit to all ancestors and all living beings for their happiness and achievement of enlightenment. Page 26. 26. 総エコール。安にしくのくのせいさいのこつもないしおじょWe aspire for these merits and virtues to be equally bestowed upon all, and may we together develop the aspiration for enlightenment to achieve birth in the pure land of peace and peace. 10年。ナムアミナミナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムアミナナムアミナムスナムアミナムPage 27, 総願言。衆生無限誓願の無限誓願の無限誓願地無常内誓願生じた公開の利益However innumerable sentient beings are, I honestly vow to enlighten them all. However inexhaustible delusions are, I honestly vow to extinguish them all. However immeasurable the Buddha's teachings are, I honestly vow to comprehend them all. However incomparable enlightenment is, I honestly vow to attain it by all means. I sincerely wish to share the blessing with all beings. Together we are born into the pure and of ultimate bliss to achieve the way of the living. 三将来なみなべなどうもありがとうございます。Thank you very much. This time, next time from Thailand, my friend, thank you. He watches this. He sent me on time.